Hi, my name is Reese, and welcome back to Reese's Species. So today I have a bit of a surprise. So I bought another Hoggycosa bicolor. So this one is a confirmed adult female. And I will be setting up her enclosure. So I've got a couple of neat little... Hello, Onion, my helper is here. Hey, buddy. I've got a couple of neat little things that I'll be adding to this enclosure. So first of all, the enclosure is a Tarantula Cribs large clear bottom slider. So it's 30 centimeters by 25 by 20, I think, something around those kind of lines. Yeah, about 20 centimeters, 18 centimeters tall. So it's a decent size, although I will say, looking at this and now looking at her, this may be a bit small, but it will work for now. I also jumped on Etsy and I got this nice little cave. So these are actually made for aquariums. But I figured in this case this would work perfectly as like a little hide that I can use for her. So I will be putting this in the front corner like that. And yeah, so I'll start by mixing up some substrate for this enclosure. So I will start with, I'll just take a nice decent sized container, and I will start with excavated clay and my red aquarium sand. So I'm going to be using approximately, give or take, 2 parts excavated clay to 1 part red aquarium sand. Might make it 3 parts excavated clay to 1 part aquarium sand, now looking at that. Add some water. It would probably be a lot easier to add like tipped water, but this is already dechlorinated and everything, so. You don't necessarily have to use dechlorinated water like I do. It's just my preference. It just makes everything a bit easier, and you know it's safe. Onion is sitting just out of the view of the cameras, watching me work. If you couldn't tell, I have a little bit of a cold, so that's why there was no real Friday, or no short Friday, and no short Monday, as I haven't filmed anything because I've been sick. Just a little bit of a head cold. But otherwise, I am on the up and up. Now that that's all mixed up, and it does, so what you want it to do is, so you hold it like that and then you squeeze it. You don't want any water to drip out, and you want it to hold its shape, but when you press on it like that, you want it to be able to crumble so that it's able to be burrowed into. I will link the Etsy creator for this cave in the description. They are Australia based, which is very nice. Just creating my base layer. So I'm just lightly pressing down. You don't want it to be too compact. Hogikosa bicolor are a burrowing desert species, so they like to be able to dig, although I do provide them with these kind of pre-made burrows that I don't want to limit any natural behavior. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some clumps of this excavated clay and I'm just going to press it around this print just to build up around it and help it blend in. Now, I do want this substrate to be nice and deep, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some like hills and valleys out of this clay. I also want to incorporate some decor that I bought. I bought a few different things, so I'll just see what I can fit. I'd love to be able to include this, but unfortunately it is about that much too big to fit in this enclosure, but it looks fantastic. But it's just slightly too big. Got some of these fake like cactuses that I can include. Put that there and then bury its base. There, and then bury its base with the substrate. Start by building up the substrate in the back there. It might be a bit tall. I have this. I wonder if this would fit. So it's just like a couple of fake succulents glued to a piece of lava rock. I'm going to put it where this barrel cactus is, actually. I would really like to incorporate this as well. It's got this little water dish on top, but if I do her a bigger enclosure in the future, I might include this as well as that other piece of decor I was showing. I wonder if I can still include this barrel cactus. If I put it like there. I'm also going to include this water dish. So for your larger spiders, water dish is always a good thing to include. Go a nice shallow one so that they can't drown. If you're really, really worried about them or their food drowning in it, you can always put in, so like in Baal's enclosure, I have a stick in his water dish to help anything that gets in there to climb out, because his is a bit deeper. You can put in rocks, anything like that. I'm just going to tuck it over in the corner, out of the way. Somewhere where it's nice and easy to fill up to. Alrighty, and I've got some small little rocks that I pulled out of a fish tank that I recently pulled apart that I might include as well, just to help bring some more life. Here we go. So I didn't make the substrate super deep. If she displays any burrowing behavior, I will make the substrate a lot deeper. I'll probably double, maybe triple its height. But so far, she hasn't displayed any burrowing behavior. So I'm just going to leave it as is for now. I'm going to grab a paintbrush, just clean up in that hide a little bit. Alrighty, so here's what I've ended up with. You can see this front corner. So what I will end up doing is I will cover this up with black paper to make it darker, to encourage her to go in there during the day. And then I'll just sticky tape it in place. That allows me to pull it back and check up on her when she's in there. Alright, let's catch her and get her in. Alrighty, so I've just had her in this click-clack tub. She's a lot bigger than I thought she'd be. She's not nearly as spicy as as Bee though. He's a spicy guy. I'm just gonna show her off just while I've got her here. Just have a good look at her. She's simply stunning. She's got this gorgeous kind of goldeny cream color and these absolutely beautiful, like, rich blacks on the abdomen and on the legs. She's absolutely gorgeous. And she's massive. Like, you can see, like, her legs aren't even fully extended. She's huge. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this on its side. I'm just going to pop the lid in, just so I'm ready to slide it shut if she decides to bolt up this way and out of those plants. Come on. And she's in. She's simply gorgeous. Alrighty, I will get some nice close-up shots. Put her up where the enclosure is going to sit, fill up her water, and we'll see how she does. Alrighty, so that was the building of my new Hogikosa bicolor adult female enclosure. Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification icon, as well as follow me over on Instagram for news and updates. And yeah, that'll be all for today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.